All right, so you guys know me. I like my landscape photography to be a little bit different. I don't like doing the same thing as everybody else. But today I'm going to eat humble pie, and I'm going to do the same thing as probably 10 million other photographers. And that is, we're going to go and shoot the total solar eclipse. And where are we going to do that, love?
Meat Cove!
That's right, Meat Cove. So in the entire province of Nova Scotia, the only place that is in the path of totalitar is Meat Cove, which is quite convenient actually, because that's one of my favourite spots on the island, but it's a small area, and I predict it's gonna be thronging.
A road trip like this requires a right proper good feed, but sadly it is slim pickings during off-season in Cape Breton.
I don't know about you, love, but I'm bloody starving. Do you fancy a lunch somewhere?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, want to get some clam chowder?
Well, it was actually seafood chowder at Charlene's, so Amanda got a full bowl, but that was a bit rich for me. I went for fish and chips, but before I could get my first gobful, she downed it like a Dyson vacuum cleaner. She's an animal, she really is. So with bursting bellies, we got back on the road for the total eclipse.
Now you might be wondering why we're not in the camper, and that is because the back tyres are bald, and it's kind of icy and snowy out here, very steep hills, even though it's April, and so I didn't want to risk imminent death by driving around in bald tyres. I've got them ordered, so they're on the way. But for this trip, we're in the car, and we booked a little cabin in the middle of nowhere. It's the closest place I could find to Meat Cove that wasn't $1,000 a night. So hopefully it's pretty good. Ooh, look at that. That's nice.
The Cabot Trail is probably the most popular drive in the Maritimes, and at this point we're only about an hour and a half from Meat Cove.
Where's Meat Cove? Way out there?
Meat Cove is on the other side of that landmass, a bit further north. It's probably full of snow. It's probably a good idea we didn't bring the camper. No, I'll pass this to you because I'm driving.
Meat Cove!
Meat Cove.
Now, if you ever plan on doing this drive, just be prepared for some saucy switchbacks. Oh, I feel the G's. So after about 5 hours on the road, we finally arrived at our shack in the back.
It's quite cosy. This'll do us for one night. Nice view.
Oh yeah, I could get used to this. Amanda immediately got cozy with some popcorn and queued up some atrocious tiny home TV shows.
So while Amanda gorges herself disgracefully on toffee popcorn, which I of course did not indulge in at all, I noticed that the light is just really beautiful around here, and these trees are just capturing the light in a really enticing way. So I'm just going to wander around this resort, just see if I can see something to frame up just some beautiful wintry tree scene. We'll see. Right, I know this is supposed to be a video about the eclipse, and it will be, hopefully, tomorrow when that happens. But I thought I'd just show you this, because I feel like this is a nice little insight that you might not be aware of. And that insight is that there's a particular kind of light that you can only get during the winter. Let me explain. So I'll just move the camera around here. So if you look at what I'm pointing my camera at, the sun is just up there, basically backlighting these trees. You would think that the trees would be in silhouette and there'd be a little bit of rim light on the trees, but that's not happening. So why is that? Well, it's because we've got nature's giant reflector, snow. So the snow that's all around this forest is acting like a huge reflector for the light that's hitting it from the sun, and it's bouncing back up and it's lighting all of the trees and the branches from underneath. Now, of course, it's not as strong as the direct light that's hitting it, but the way that that light works together from two different angles gives it I'd say an almost unnatural look, but it's as natural as it gets. So there you go. I didn't get a shot, couldn't quite find the tree that I wanted, but I figured I'd just mention that because you might enjoy that little insight, and if you ever get conditions like this, you'll know what to look for.
I've just got to mention real quick my new book, Stories Within Stories by Gavin Hardcastle. available for pre-order right now with early bird pricing, including free shipping and a free print. There's a link in the description below.
All right, so it's day 2 up in Cape North, and we just spent the night in this cute little cabin here. It's quite good. And now we're off up to Meat Cove to meet up with Simon Detremont, so that I can get lectured about all the things I already know about. And then we'll just pick a spot and wait for this total eclipse. Right, love, so are you ready to experience something phenomenal? A total eclipse is supposed to be phenomenal. Some say a spiritual experience.
I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Total eclipse.
I bet Simon's ready.
Yeah.
To find Simon, I just had to look for the biggest camera rig I could possibly find.
How much does that weigh, Simon?
The mount weighs about 70 pounds.
And then there's your camera
the camera
gear.
and the lens, yeah, I'm up to 80, 90. So I'm
Right.
not tracking that up the hill.
No.
But I might track this and this up
Right.
the hill if I thought it could frame the shot.
So we're going to go up there. I'll be his temporary model to see if we can frame up a nice
Slim
shot.
pickings for a model, but we'll do
I
what
come
we can.
cheap. I come cheap. So we'll go up there with nothing then, eh?
Yeah, I'm just going to bring a lens and a camera for framing
don't know.
and a phone to figure out,
When-
using one of the astro apps I have, to figure exactly where the sun will be
Yeah.
during the eclipse, because we need to get the angle right for the shot we've envisaged to work.
Now, you can probably tell me this. What is the difference between a total eclipse and an annular eclipse?
Annular eclipse is when the moon is in part of its phase that's a little bit farther from the Earth, and as such, it doesn't completely cover the sun. It only partially covers the sun and leaves a ring of sunlight around the moon. But today, the moon is close enough to us that it will be almost perfectly match the size of the sun and will totally eclipse the sun.
So it'll get temporarily dark.
It will get dark for at our location here, 1.5 minutes. That's how long we've got to make the magic happen.
It looks like you prepared quite a lot.
I did. I wanted to be ready. I mean, the next one that's going to pass through here is like 70 years away.
I cleaned my lens. That was my preparation. So we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll pack up and head up there, eh?
Yep.
All right, let's go.
So where we were is just down in the middle of the frame where those cars are.
Right, so we've hiked up the hill and then come down the opposite side. You can see there's a sheer drop down to the ocean. So if I stand here, flip around and point the camera up, but I still don't know if I've got enough of an angle, and I don't think I can get any steeper than this. So even if she stood at the top of that, it might just not be steep enough. Don't think the sun's going to drop that much in the next 3 hours. But I'll go a little bit further down and have a look. It's a little bit sketchy though. Look at this.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go all the way down there for this shot.
I don't think Simon's that excited about this this idea, especially seeing as he has to go back down, pack up tons of gear, and hike back up.
There's a shot here if you want to shoot wide enough, 100 to 150 millimeters. You can do a vertical shot and put someone on the hilltop, the bottom part of the frame, and the eclipse on the top part of the frame.
Thanks for the composition lesson there, mate. I didn't even think of that.
Sorry.
Really appreciate that. That's
Sorry.
good.
I'm telling your friends.
Yeah. There you go. For the next total eclipse in 374 years.
I'm talking to the master about composition.
Oh, I appreciate it. It's a free lesson. That'll be $20, please. So we're about 45 minutes from the actual eclipse event, and it turns out that all of my ideas of trying to get a person, you probably, in a shot with the eclipse happening, it's not going to work, because it's just happening at such a high angle that there's no chance of getting any earthbound subjects in the frame. And so really all I've got left is the same shot that millions of other people are going to be taking, which is just a straight eclipse shot, which I will do, but to be quite honest, I'm not even remotely excited about that shot. But what I am excited about is just the experience, because I've never seen this. So I'd be happy just to sit around here and watch this thing happen. And you know, the shot that I'm going to get is a bit secondary, really. I don't really care about having the same shot as 10 million other people.
No.
But I think it's going to be quite the event, and it's completely blue skies. Simon's taking things pretty seriously. He's got lots of equipment rigged up, so he's going to get the ultimate shot. But as I said, I don't really care anymore. I'm just up for the experience.
You're just up for an afternoon nap.
Anyway, so we'll just wait 45 minutes or so, and then the 90-second experience will happen. It's going to be frantic. And then it's all over, and then you'll see all these cars pile out of here. Now, I've actually had a brilliant idea. I mean, what do you do if you don't prepare properly? You have to improvise, don't you? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these special specs as a filter. If I just get the angle right, maybe if I get like 2 or 3 pairs, I can probably protect the lens from melting the camera and get the shot. So I think I might have to Photoshop out the shape of the specs, but I think that's going to be a pretty good workaround. How's it going?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. Is it doing what it's supposed to do?
I started taking 1 minute interval photos.
And then put this on.
And put that.
You got to put these on there to do it properly.
Oh, okay. That'll help a lot.
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't actually.
God. So this is why Simon hangs around with me, because he gets these top tips to getting better pictures.
The best.
That'll be $20, please.
It's funny how he always finds a way to get that in.
Well, I'm broke. I've been renovating a church for 2 years. I need to get every $20 I can get.
I'm sure.
So, are you getting any good video footage of the Eclipse yet?
I haven't started the video yet. I'm going to start video during Total.
Right, let me give you a tip before you
Oh,
start.
I'd love a tip.
Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to get this Medical King X-ray
That's so
specs,
pro.
and then you get your phone, right, and then you put that over the lens, right, and then hit record, and that's going to give you top-notch 4K total eclipse.
That's awesome.
That's why people tune into this channel, because you get these pro-level tips that are just that little bit more, you know, a little bit beyond.
It's a little bit beyond.
I mean, you know, this is all right? You know, it's flashy and all that, but really,
you can do. Gear doesn't matter.
this is run and gun, right?
Gear doesn't matter.
Gear doesn't matter.
If you know what you're doing.
Do you know what we should do? What we should do is, when you finish and you've got your shot, right, we'll compare your shot from this against my shot with me. Not even an iPhone, it's a Samsung phone.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that, and we'll see, and you guys can vote on which one is the best. I think I know what the answer's going to be. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Thanks. I will give it to Simon. This rig is pretty sweet. Have a look at this. This is pucker.
After much anticipation, the solar eclipse had begun.
I can see it.
No, it's over. It's over there.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, wow. What have I been looking at?
I have no idea. Right, so here's my plan of action. I know I said I didn't do any planning, I didn't, but now that I've got here, I've started to think about what I'm going to do. So, with all kinds of landscape photography, the only thing that you can truly mess up and have no redemption for is focus. So as long as I get my focus right, I'm good. So what I'm going to do for the first, I mean, it's only a 90-second event is this. So the first 20-30 seconds, I'm going to check my focus, make sure it's good on playback, and lock that down. And then I'm not going to touch focus. And then from that point, I'm just going to take a shot every 10 seconds because I'll have the 10-second timer. Actually, I might look around in my bag, see if I've got my remote, but if I do, you can guarantee the battery will be flat. But worst case scenario, I'll use the 10-second timer because I don't want any vibration coming through and blurring the shot. So then, once that's all dialed in, I'm bracketing my exposure, so I'm going to shoot at the correct exposure, whatever that's going to be, and then one slightly darker and one slightly over, and just keep shooting every 10 seconds until it's over. And then I think, hopefully, I might nail a shot.
We could feel the anticipation building, like something momentous was about to happen, and the change in light was the first clue.
So there is definitely a weird quality to the light that I've never seen before. It's kind of like just before sunset, but a bit odd, a bit different. Can't quite put my finger on it. It's almost like there's a total eclipse happening or something like that. Anyway, I've got the Hassie over here doing a time lapse just to see if I can speed up 10 minutes of footage and show that difference in light change. I might be dreaming, but we'll see. And we're about 8 minutes now from Totalita. So that's when I'm going to get frantic for me 90 seconds of shooting for the same shot that everybody else on planet Earth is getting right at this moment. You know, some say that it's kind of Armageddon times when this happens. It could be the end of things.
Don't say that.
At least we're together. Just me, you, and the Hasselblad. Right, the moment is almost upon us. I'm almost ready to unleash my lens cap so that my camera doesn't melt. That's weird. This light's just so weird. I like it. I like it. Right, dare I take this off?
No, not yet.
All right. Yeah, not quite that.
It's getting stranger.
It's weird, isn't it, love?
Yeah.
Oh, it's almost there. It's almost there. I'm going to take my lens cap off. I'm going to start shooting. I don't care anymore.
Does it say?
I don't know. I'm just going to risk it. Let's find that sun. Where is it? Where are you? It looks like rubbish. Oh, man, the temperature's just dropped. It's only 90 seconds, and it's 90 seconds of discomfort. Man, this is weird light. This is so weird.
I gotta use the washroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, there's a bit of crap on my sensor. Okay, here we go. Oh my God, that is amazing. Oh my God. Wow. Right, okay, I'm supposed to be talking about what I'm doing here. Let me just check playback to make sure that this is sharp.
Birds are coming out.
Right, so 10-second timer.
Look at all these birds.
Yeah, that's what happens. The birds freak out.
I just started crying. It was emotional.
Yeah, that's brilliant. Okay, let me check playback, make sure that's focused. I think it is. It is. Wow. Amazing. So I'm shooting with like 1/8 of a second now, and I can really see the dust spot on my sensor. It's coming back out the other side. So now I have to really change my shutter speed. And I think at this point the 90 seconds is up, and I'm gonna have to cover my lens because it's just gonna burn out. Yep, that's it. And now the sun's coming back out to play. Amazing. Look at that guy. That guy's off. I've seen it. I'm off. That's funny. I'm shooting with an 8,000th of a second shutter speed. I can't go any faster than that. If I put my hand in front of it, it's almost like having a filter. I'm blocking out the light, but my hand's completely blurred, so I'm not worried about my hand showing up in the shot. That's actually working really well. Who knew you could do that, eh? Now you know.
That was special, wasn't it?
Yeah, wow. I loved that moment.
That's where I cried.
Now, if you've ever wondered just how dark it gets during a total eclipse, well, remember that time lapse that I shot on the Hasselblad?
I don't know about you, Simon, but I'm a convert. I'm now hooked on this.
Yeah, that's bad. Gavin with a compulsion is a bad thing.
It's an expensive
Look
thing.
how he is as he is. let alone being hooked on something.
Yeah, well, it's going to cost you a lot of money to
It's-
fly me around everywhere.
It's going to cost you a lot of money to fly you around everywhere.
Where's the next big event?
Iceland in 2026.
Is it winter or summer?
I don't know what time of year it is. I think some people have said there are weather issues in Iceland, but it's also happening in Spain.
which weather-wise, probably the safest bet.
Oh, that would be nice and comfortable and
We
warm.
could go, yes, we could go to Spain, and I don't know what elevation it is. The key for us for nice
Yeah.
photos, as you know, is getting it low enough in the horizon to put something in the foreground,
Yeah.
an object, a person, a feature, get some nice landscape shots with the eclipse above it. So,
Well, imagine that over an epic mountain scene in Iceland. Oh,
oh yeah, exactly right, eh? So 2026, we'll have to pencil it in.
All
I
right.
think I will too.
so basically no more renovations to my house is what you're saying. That's going to stop now.
No contractors to your house during that week.
Well, that year.
Or that year, that's right, because you're always on standby
Well,
with a contractor.
I hear that you've just finished your renovations in your house, so
I have.
we could move in with you
You could visit with me.
in the camper.
I'll make you a coffee. I'll even brew that stuff you like.
Oh, the special stuff, right?
The
yeah.
kicking horse, is
Oh,
it?
right, yeah, that's what I meant. Right, well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it the old thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Don't
Hit the
go
button.
to his.
Don't go to mine.
He's got all the subscribers he needs. In fact, if you could send a few my way, that would be nice. And we'll see you in the next one.
Ciao, folks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.